Hey everyone. I hope everybody have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, no matter what it would be just my life being in the school system or being in education since I am a college student. So I'm gonna talk about my journey in the education. So back to the topic of of course, I'm autistic and all this stuff, right? So basically, I started, went to special education back in elementary school. And, I played with all the boys who are autistic or have some form of disability. But I'm assuming it might be all autistic boys. And I was the only girl in the whole classroom. So it kind of been like that until I was exposed to other disabled girls as well, or other girl with disability. I think in my third and through my fifth year, my fifth, yeah, my third to fifth grade in elementary school. So yeah, I guess I had to toughen up, and it could be why I am a tomboy now. On tomboy shit because I had to tough it up and stuff. So I be on my boys all the time, so it could make sense. And so basically elementary school, like me as I am a curious little girl, like to learn, like math. That kind of was my thing back then. And of course, being a kid, coloring book, play toys, etc. And also just living my life. Me don't know why I would, play with other disabled students at the time because I didn't know that I am autistic by then. But yeah, but I didn't know I was different until I reached middle school. That when the full awareness came about. But elementary school, you're not aware why you in that classes, but you know, I'm just being the kid, like to learn, etc. And also had to go vocational program, teach about independent skills, things like that. And other than that, but yeah, elementary school is just I just being a kid, of course, being the only girl in the whole classroom full of boys, and just living life. And also, I forgot to mention, I didn't think about race into it. But I realized, looking back on one of my elementary school picture, I was the only girl in the whole class and the second black autistic person in the whole room. I noticed that. I was like, damn. Yeah. Dang, I hope I didn't lost that picture though, but yeah. And plus, as y'all see in the background, I'm back in school, so I'll tell y'all later. But I'm back at school, so yeah. Um, and other than elementary school, middle school, this is where I learned about my disability at 10. And there was a school. There were two schools that in the same building. One called Lawrence Middle, and the other called Haynes Middle. Lawrence Middle is for student with disability, or I'll call it disabled student, and while Haynes Middle is for the regular people, right? So I was placed in Lawrence Middle School my sixth grade year, and of course taking all classes, for the school wherever, being a kid wherever. Of course, I think I might got bullied for it. Yeah, and probably the same thing back in elementary school. I was bullied and stuff like that. But yeah, um, so didn't know what going on until awareness that I have a disability. Till my mom told me at 10, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why I'm different. In middle school, of course, me like to learn about math, science. I'm very a nerd, studious kid, so I'm very nerdy. I'm very a nerd or a blurred. So I'm very a nerd in that aspect. Always try to make good grades, A's and B's, which I do. Okay, I'm a good student though. I don't like getting in trouble. You know, I'm a good child though. I can be petty though, but I'm a good child. So, and this is where I met my BFF, Tamwa, that her name, my BFF, who I love since middle school, BFF forever. And, going for school and all, teenage year, even just basically become a teenager, kind of like, ooh, a lot. And you have your first crushes in middle school, trying to navigate um, being a teenager, and also find out you have a disability and how you fit in, all this stuff. And just like, I remember back in middle school, they had placed me in Haynes Middle, which is for all the regular students. Could Since they pick up that I'm pretty smart and bright child, so they decided to put me in Haynes Middle. But the problem with Haynes Middle is that I gotta wear me some uniform in my seventh and eighth grade year. I think in my seventh grade year, that was exposed to my first IEP, and yeah, so lots of thought right there. But yeah, just my first IEP, and I think I always go to my IEP meeting ever since I could remember, since seventh grade until I graduated from high school. So I'll be attending almost majority of my IEP meeting and stuff like that. So I always kind of involved in my advocacy, even though I don't know why, but I had to choose. And because you had to miss some classes due to IEP meetings. So make sure you're progressing, make sure I do well in my classes, spend the time whatsoever, all that stuff. So and of course being bullied, trying to make friends. It was so hard though, making friends. And even there a problem till now, like it seemed like I make a lot of acquaintances. I don't mind. Maybe at the beginning back in middle school, I was not talking to people. I was kind of to myself a lot of time. So it kind of hard for me, like, open up a little bit or talk more. But I guess that's more, I came to be comfortable talkative right after right, and going into high school and right after high school. That way I kind of more comfortable talking with people. I think like back in middle school, I tried to fit in. I tried to learn that, typical ways and call you autistic. You don't understand fucking social clues. So it's gonna be a damn struggle. Woo, damn. Social clue is a bitch. So I don't know what the hell going on. Trying to keep with trying to be cool, actually cool. Yeah, yeah, it was a fucking struggle though. And it's still kind of struggle now. I try to fit in this shit. Yeah, so it's a lot. And of course, I make, and most of my acquaintances and friends, mostly autistic people. And I try to make friends with no particular people, but it never work out. But majority of the time, I be acquaintances with them, but I never develop a relationship with them. But I did have a crush on one guy. He, He was my classmate back in middle school. But part of me, he's always in a relationship, so I'm like, dang, that sucks. And also one of my questions from elementary school, who is like a second, who was a black autistic boy with his name June, which is my first crush. So, and that person, um, in middle school named Keyshawn, that his name. Um, he's neurotypical and black, and but he always in a relationship with one of my classmates. So I like, I kind of hiding my feelings from him. So yeah. So right after middle school, graduate from there, and like I create me Facebook, try to friend everybody from middle school with you get like a plant that the flyer thing or bouquet, whatever, that lists all the people who you graduate with in that year from middle school. I find the people name and pew, pew, pew. That's how I start with it. And also, I found my first crush on Facebook. I like, yes, I'm in love. And cool, you a teenager. Um, you want a boyfriend? Which I did. Which is June. I was 13 going forward. I like, oh, I'm gonna get my first boyfriend, but then I had to end it because wait till you get older, to 18, whatever. I had to dump him. I would feel like shit, and I never had the balls to tell him like why I did it. I would feel like shit though. But yeah, other than that, that's a different story. But in elementary school, damn, not elementary school, high school. After I graduated from middle school, I went to high school. I went all black high school, and like being in high school, of course you get bullied. I played basketball throughout four year of high school year, and I'm 6 feet tall. And based on my education, I was placed in what they call it like occupational occupational study program. I think that's what it's called. I was placed in special ed again in my freshman year of high school, my first semester. Then they realized they realized how smart I am. Again, they transitioned me to mainstream classes like they did in middle school. And I kind of been there ever since. And of course, being a nerd as I am, make sure I do my homework and plus playing basketball at the same time. And I made mostly A to B except two C's. One in Germany, one in world history. So yeah. So I wish I got them A's. I wish I got B's in there, but I kinda screwed on my end. But yeah. So other than that one, um yeah, so basically in my high school year, of course, try to fit in, no understand you, being autistic and shit like that. And yes, some of my peers who in that study skill class, which I had to do in my middle school, some then I probably know diversion, like a learning disability, ADHD. I didn't ask all them questions, but yeah. And a little bit about that occupational study program I was in before I transitioned to mainstream classes. Like they, of course they teach you English and things like that. But the difference is, of course, they had to teach them, working skills, whatever. That was different. I remember doing it before I transitioned. And during education, like back in high school, I probably in my mainstream class, probably like the only one in my classes. Maybe a few incident I might be the being wild like those who are, in that study still class well who have a disability. But to me, I may be the only autistic person in my home classes. So it's kind of lonely that no one gets you and you try to understand so cute is a bitch, right? And of course I would bully. Of course, me, you a teacher trying to fit in, and social security kind of gonna be fucking off. And of course, during during high school, you question your sexuality, not being happy at the time. I kind, I was sad. Wish I never, wish I wasn't autistic and all that stuff going on. Let's say it was a lot going on with me at the time, and I wasn't happy. But right after high school, I went to community college, and I've been there for 6 years. I really thought my butt gonna be there like at least 2 years. I found out it was a lie. Shit. So I started there in the fall of 2025. Fall of 2015. Damn, what the fuck I went that well? But fall of 2015, and right after high school. Carver High School, Yellow Jacket Pride. So yeah, and I went to my community college back home for Psych Tech, and I've been there for 6 years. Don't know why. The reason for that is why I've been there too long. At first, when I, when I went to Psych Tech, I would take like a few classes, like maybe like 2 to 3 classes. I think the one that why it took so long because I guess you had to take that, you know, see how well you do your English, math, and science stuff like that. And that way I had to take like them classes first before I go to my gen ed classes. That why it took me so long. So yeah, and and I thought like, and also there's some money issue going on. That why I had to took a year off. At the time, I did not have a job. I was at first trying to look for a job while I was working, and baby, I was fucking determined. But my mama like, Kayla, fuck your education. But then the money situation happened. I had to take a year off and I had to find me a job. And also finding a job, it kind of hard. But since community college had like a reading career readiness program that help you, work, your resume, how to do job search, thing like that. So that helped me out for getting my first job. And my first job, right when I took a year off, it at Barnes and Noble College on school campus, and I'll be there for 3 months because it's temporary. So I was a temporary bookseller. The reason I wanted to like be like a cashier because since am going to be accountant, it would make sense to me to get used to the talking to people and also handling money at the same time. So it's like, yeah. So that's why I did it. So, but I've been there for 3 months. So I wish it was a little bit longer, but this was it is, right? Then I got to find me another job because that shit was temporary. So next 4 months, I found me a job, which I'm currently working at right now at Dollar General, a retail. And I've been there for 5 years now. And babe, there's so many times I wanted to leave that place because like people just in and out. 1 minute the people get hired, 1 minute they be there for a few months or a few days, and then they leave. There's so many times. And plus you could be overworked because especially in working retail, you could be overworked anyway. So it's like, yeah. So and of course you working like minimum wage, so yeah. So definitely that one. And I was working and going to school, taking 2 to 3 classes, and like basically trying to get your education, also trying to get myself involved in student club on my community college, and like I was supposed to join the SGA, but some reason did not work out because they were confused as hell. I was confused as hell, so they placed me in the like a volunteering club called Alpha Mu Beta. So I've been there for a year before I took a year off from school. I was gonna go back, but then job took majority of my time, so I was not able to come back. So and also I trying to do like, and also I did 2 events before before um before I took a year off. Actually, I've been in Africa about a year and few months before I took a year off. So yeah, that was. I wish I was there. I wish I went back, but I didn't. Cause work took majority of my time, and also, of course, again, going to college or community college. I'm probably the only autistic person again, as usual. So, of course, and then make no friends, just acquaintances, and that it. Which it sucks though. But seem like it's a damn pattern that I have, when it comes to people. So yeah. And I was trying to create my third event, but it never worked out for the third time. First time, when I, took a year off, they put to do the work for me, but it never happened. Second time, I went back in back 2019 for the spring semester, trying to get it done, never worked out. Then 2020, right? The damn pandemic stuff. I was so close to finishing shit. Then boom, pandemic. Must be nice. So so we had to cancel that shit. I was mad as hell for the third damn time. Ain't this a bitch? But I was mad as hell though. But I delayed my event playing skills, so and coordinating, so and also being a speaker, a guest speaker myself. I created the event and use myself as a guest speaker because we need some autistic voices. So, so yeah, and during that time, I can recall, and then I learned about learn about disability rights and talk about being black and autistic and understand the intersectionality and stuff. Wow, and of course during my community college, I probably experienced depression and stuff like that, and it was sucks though. But felt like I kind of gave up a little bit on life. I'm just like I'm going with the wind and shit. And plus, being autistic, you always have like a A, B, C, D, E, F, G kind of plan, but it seemed like shit not working your ways. I don't like things going my way, but yeah. So So I graduated from my community college 2 years ago, and now I'm here at UNC Greensboro. And this is my third year, and I'm about to graduate. Yeah, yeah. And I've been in school for too fucking long, y'all. Except like, elementary school, middle school, and high school. They in the past. So basically, I'm been in school for gonna be since I'm been in school since fall of 2015. So I've been there like shit. Gonna be if I graduate from next school year. I mean, when I graduate 2024, it's gonna be over 9 years. When I graduate in May 2024, it gonna be 9 year that I've been in school and get my first bachelor. Why the hell it take me this damn long to get my damn first bachelor? I don't know. I thought my ad would be, graduating from like for that tech 2017, maybe 2018. I don't fucking know. Then probably graduate in 2018 or 2020. I mean, 2019 or 2020. Right? Nope, it didn't fucking happen. So I'm here. So yeah. So I was feeling like crap. Like damn, I'm old, bitch. um, adult, adult students on campus. But when you look at me, I don't look like my age. I'm 25, and when I first came here after Greensboro, University of Greensboro. Then I started at, I started, at, I went there at 23, but and turning on 24, and I thought I'm gonna be an old bitch on campus because like I'm not gonna relate to them people better than high schoolers and shit. I thought I ain't gonna relate to them, and I'm about to live on campus. Shit gonna be weird, but yeah, it ain't that bad. Hell, some people think I'm look younger, like around their age. No, shit, I wish I was 22 again, dude. Or 20, cause she's 19, but I'm not none of that shit no more. My everybody be hitting damn 30s in the next few years, so yeah. But yeah, of course, I'm gonna be like, of course, trying to get my education. But I noticed like back at the four university though, they so different from community college. And also they gonna put your ass in debt at four university. Now I have to get student loan to pay at my current school now because it's ridiculous. But yeah, so that how they so different, but you have to keep the format different and all that stuff. And I kind of slack off a little bit because I think I'm at that point in my life I just don't care no more. And of course, I got 2C in my major courses, so that sucks again. I hope I make it B's and A's, but that don't work. And also, I found that if you make a C, your GPA go to plummet. I'm like, ain't this a B? But right now, I think I'm at 3.36 overall GPA. So I first started out as like 3.6, and that when that C dropped my head, I'm like, damn. So I can't be fucking it up, but yeah. So that one, and of course, again, you may be the only one in your own classes. Like when it comes to disability, like you always seem the only one, but racially, you might be a few black person in the classroom. Gender, of course, be diverse and shit. When it comes to disability, nah, you might be the only one. But I noticed, like, basically at my school in particular, I thought I see more neurodivergent uh, student on campus and other disabled student on campus. And also they have a club for, student with disability for honor society. So I joined that. And of course, I'm an advocate. It makes sense to join, right? And I did. And of course, joined the club for my major, basically accounting, but I never tried the one for finance. But At the same time, it could be too fucking much at this point. Of course, no label for white art for queer people of color, but everybody can join in the core and on the side for trans student. So I'm in 4 different clubs, and now this year I'm gonna be a treasurer for Two Sigma. So my first student office position, so they're gonna be different experiences. So yeah, very very different experience. So I'm happy. I'll probably be a treasurer for DAPI or Delta Alpha Pi. That we call the program for autism for student with disability. I probably get that, but I didn't get it, so it sucks. But of course, me talk about intersectionality and shit like that, right? But it's okay. Too simple it worked because the reason for that, like I just wish there more like resources for traffic student because when I first went there my first year, there were no resources for. Well, there is, but of course they got for new student generally, but not specifically for a transfer student. So it was hard, and I guess my depression got worse, and that was a story. But yeah. But I thought like I'm not gonna find no one that I could relate to again because due to the fact how marginalized I am, and there's one way to say it right here. Not people understand you. Basically, throughout my elementary through high school, no one gets you would like to be you being autistic, and they know you're black, but you're not autistic. Even though back then I don't mind mentioning about my disability. Even still now, I don't mind mentioning about my disability. I'm like, I'm a autistic bitch, you know. But I'm comfortable. But maybe at the beginning, I was like worried, but at the point in my life, I just don't care no more. So I like don't give a fuck phase at the time. So that's why I'm at the point in my life. I just don't care. So I'm just being myself as usual. So of course you had to support yourself, accommodation, stuff like that. Yeah, there do be some professor even teacher back in my high school and community college. Some get it, some don't. It's like I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why they have ADA pad and all this shit pad, and some people still ain't getting it. But I guess it depends on the classes, maybe different. But I remember like especially my chemistry professor, he was not getting it. It could be why my ass got like a almost got C, but I passed it with a B, like I think like a low B, but they put the B. But I don't think he may be the only one that don't get it. He may be the only one who not give me accommodation. And I sure have support myself, but yeah. But what's my professor? I know they give their best. I know they ain't perfect, but yeah. So yeah, I'm about to graduate, y'all. May 24. I'm done. But the goal is become a certified public accountant or CPA. So I'm will continue my education, mostly a master in accounting, and probably stay at my current school to get my master's after I graduate, and 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 maybe hopefully maybe be part time student if I get me a job, maybe at the accounting firm, a bank, or a nonprofit. I don't give a crap, right? But the goal for me is to become a nonprofit CPA. That's the goal. But yeah, so but also I'm kind of worried, you know, finding a job because like it's so hard that like basically you are an autistic person and nobody understands about your disability in particular because basically my disability is so much stigmatized in the media and in people's mind. And that's why autistic people are Mostly low support autistic people are like most likely to be unemployed because no one, no one, no one understands our disability, even though we're supposed to be protected under ADA, not to be discriminated and stuff like that. But sadly, people fucking do it with biases. It's like, god damn. So I'm kind of worried, and it could make sense why I might not be getting my internship because I be getting the internship, but they never give me an offer. So I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing wrong? And I remember my sister friend, who is a career advisor, and he had been working for me about past few weeks now. And like he keep telling me, like, keep your answer sweet and simple and clear. And especially like basically they tell people like sell yourself, tell about yourself, blah 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 that. They don't tell you, keep the bitch short. No, my ass autistic. I wanna know what the fuck I'm doing. How the fuck I didn't realize that damn part, keep it short and sweet. You know me, I'm going to dip like pew 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 pew. And plus I get fucking nervous. So in the damn interview, and plus yeah. If I had known that shit, I would probably be acing that motherfucker. But nope. I didn't know. So yeah, I didn't know. But I know now. Keep it sweet and simple and be yourself. And ask him a lot of damn questions. That's what I learned too. I learned that basically I learned that find a company that supports you and not be on their bullshit. And especially with me, who are marginalized as fuck, I need to find a company that support me as I am, not be on that tokenism bullshit. But this is gonna be a hard one though. But especially the career I'm going into is not. Let's say the field I'm going to maybe have a hard time understanding neurodiversity, and they kind of like a newbie to it. So it's like, that sucks. Now I'm thinking about like one or two, maybe three, counting or finance or bank, wherever, that kind of inclusive to disabled people in the workforce or higher disabled people. Yeah. I'm like, so that gonna be a hard one. So this sucks. And now I'm kind of worried I'm not able to get a job because people lack understanding about my disability. So I'm worried. So yeah. And also, like I keep hearing people from just be like advocate, talk about the experience in the academia and stuff like that. It's a whole lot like ableism as they go up, like get their master stuff. It's a whole lot of ableism and all this stuff. So hope I don't experience that. But sadly, I probably won't experience it. Basically, when if I get my master's in the future, hopefully people not be on their bullshit. But yeah, so I hope I be okay. If they be more, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. But I hope they accept me, accommodate me, stuff like that, and not treat me different because I had one. So I don't think none of my professors ever did that with me. So at this school, so oh no, boom. Even though some trying to stand it, but you know how people is, right? But yeah, my education, especially if you marginalized, is lonely as fuck. Especially you have multiple identity, and also I failed to realize, especially in my school right now, it is LGBTQ friendly, and also there are a lot of LGBTQ students on campus, and also my school known as UNC Gay. So yeah, um, bi or queer. So an environment that safe for me because yeah. So I kind of pretty cool that the university is like LGBTQ friendly. So they're pretty cool. So yeah. So this is my education journey. Even though I might have generalized it because I'm not gonna make it long. I don't make it too long for y'all because this about to be too long to watch. But if you want to pause it or you gotta do something, do you gotta do right. I'm gonna have to say this that I made it this far to get my damn degree. So get my first degree, my first bachelor degree. So I'm happy. So and also um so I'm about to have and also I have a community on Geneva app called Neurodiversity in Black. I do live discussion every Wednesday. And I do group session based on intersectionality once a month and get to know me twice a month. So and I will provide the invite to the description and also to my bio on my YouTube channel. So yeah, hope I see you in that community. Also, I forgot to tell you one thing. If you decide to join my community, you have to work on your biases and be a better person because I don't have time for bigotry in my space. If you want to work on your biases and be an ally to no divergent people and work on your biases, come to my community on Geneva. So I hope everybody have a good day, good evening, wherever you're at. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, y'all.